Hello and welcome to Smitty's. I am a wood cutting fanatic who loves to run a chainsaw. I run alcohol chainsaws, ported chainsaws, I race chainsaws, and I even run the occasional vintage. Now remember, I cannot do this without you. You're everything to the channel, so please remember, subscribe, give that thumbs up, leave that comment. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun. Quick update on the house. I will be making a video for you. It did, you know, if you don't know, the house did burn. We had a little fire, and I'm going to be making a special video on that. So I'm not going to waste your time on that on this video, but we're going to get into some cooler stuff. So how you doing? Hey, today's video is all about this Homelite right here. This is a saw that I've been working on for an extremely long time. Basically, I built the saw. It is ported. I built this saw for a gentleman out in like the Oregon, Washington area. It's a Homelite Super XL Auto. Now, if you're not familiar with these saws, these are one that's not exactly easy to turn up a whole lot. You get what you can kind of situation. They are very limited on what the manufacturer gave you to work with. So you kind of just do the best you can with what you got. You know what I mean? But we built this saw, and this video is all about it. I've been working on it for so long. It was a basket case. I built it, and then I discovered that there was a lot of issues with it all throughout the saw. Everywhere I looked, I started running into issues. I was running it, testing it. Something would break, so I'd fix it. Then something else would break, so I'd fix it. It's to be honest, it got very frustrating to work on. So, you know, it's one of those things. The gentleman who owns this saw was very patient. Has been very patient about the repairs on it and everything. So today, hey, I think we're done. I actually think this saw is done. I've been running it for a little while now, and I haven't had any issues. But I did change out the muffler today. That's why on this video, you're going to see a lot of tuning. So you're not actually going to get to see the full performance of this saw until towards the end of all the cutting, because I start playing with the tuning and start looking for the sweet spot in the tune for this saw. And it takes me a little while. I get at least a dozen cuts into it until I start to kind of figure out where it wants to live. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to watch until the end of the cutting to see where it ends up in the end, to actually see what the saw performs like, because it started out kind of, you know what I mean? It wasn't that great. But towards the end, she opened right up. But the saw still isn't 100% broke in. The rings still aren't 100% seated. But as far as I can tell, the saw is in good working order. This particular wood here, I kept forgetting to pump the manual oiler. The auto oiler works just fine. It's just in this kind of wood here, it really eats up a lot of oil, so you gotta pump it. And just to give it that little bit of extra as time goes on. And it's just something for these old Homelites that it's one of those features they give you to help keep your bar oiled up properly. She's spitting out some pretty good healthy chips. You're going to see it on the video. And the muffler is quite ugly, but it's one that I had sitting on a shelf for a while. I did an experiment to see if I could figure out a way to make one of these mufflers quieter, and it didn't work. It just kind of changed the tone of it. So I decided to throw it on this saw, because this saw definitely likes this style of muffler, and it definitely performs better with this style of muffler. So I threw it on for him, you know what I mean? I had it here, I might as well throw him on something that helps give him a little bit more performance. So this is enough rambling. You're gonna see this saw cutting, and check it out. All right. So there you go, little Homelite Super XL auto action for you. I built this saw. I've been working on it for a very long time. It was a basket case. I just basically worked on it a little bit here and there. I'd make test cuts, something would break, I'd go back into it. Something else would break, I'd go back into it. I had to disassemble the saw completely all the way down twice, making repairs to it. So, you know, it took quite a bit of time for me to get this thing back up and in order. But I stuck with it. We got her done, and I hope he's happy with it. It seems to be running really, really well. The carburetor is the only thing on this saw I'm not 100% pleased with, but it works. It's a little finicky on the tune. Sometimes a little bit of adjustment takes you an extremely long distance, if you know what I mean. And you just one of those things you got to be careful with. But otherwise, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it turned out. And hey, I hope we'll see you on the next one. Alrighty, later.